$20.99, December 31st. How, when I walk into a store, hopefully, how will I pay for that?
Well, I think you'll be walking into a virtual store, and most products will be virtual, even food and clothing and everything.
Viewpoint on emerging payment systems such as Bitcoin that changes the paradigm of who's controlling what?
Well, Bitcoin is interesting because it's not just a payment system; it's a whole currency.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. So like I told you, I definitely see a big pullback in the first quarter. Then the master magician set up a distraction so the Fed can cut rates, and then we move up. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, we have Bitcoin and crypto, as I'm doing this video, is flat. Don't forget, guys, on the weekend, we're the only game in town. Now, don't forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We had yield rates on Friday flat. We had the dollar slightly down. We have volume in crypto right now down. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo was at $570 billion yesterday. And this week, again, guys, is going to be a roller coaster ride. Why? Because we have Jerome in the house. And this meeting is going to set the tone for the next 6 months. We know he's going to say the same thing Christine Lagarde stated, data dependent. But all the numbers that they want weak are looking good. And we heard the Treasury, Janet Yellen, and the Fed, Jerome Powell, stating the economy is great. But guys, we see holes all over the place. Even though mainstream media is trying to sell us that everything is good. Stock market is up, even though we see the manipulation. Only a few stocks are receiving the money. It's all ran by the algorithm. But the Fed is not going to cut rates until we get that distraction. Remember, guys, this is an election year. They're definitely going to cut rates because they want the economy to at least look decent. And that's the reason why I told you, enjoy 2024. Because 2025, you're going to seem like you're in a movie. I told you 2024, layoffs would pick up. And we're seeing them over and over and over again. But 2025, once this presidential election is over, the NWO is going to pull the blinders off the sheet. They're about to see reality. And we know that's the reason why we hear the drums are beating, immigration, all the distractions. And so therefore, we can get over to this fourth industrial revolution. And you heard from Ray Kurzweil, I'm going to do the second video on him talking about the virtual world. Remember, they want to take this real world and put it in the virtual world, where absolutely nothing is real. Remember, they want your mind, body, and soul. And don't forget the Cryptoteacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget about the spot Bitcoin ETFs. We have Grayscale, BlackRock, Fidelity. They were all up. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. We have Cantor Fitzgerald says 11 Bitcoin miners may not mine profitable post-halving. And guys, we know we've seen plenty of consolidation in the mining sector. And then we have Tesla missed out on $300 million profit because they didn't hodl. And Tesla is definitely a part of the fourth industrial revolution, so they definitely could care less. And remember, the Cryptoteacher told you. Now we have Alio Mainnet set to come within weeks with lofty goal of bringing privacy to crypto. And guys, we know in the fourth industrial revolution, privacy is going to be the same as gold. And that's the reason why it's so important for you to understand the technology. You're in the right place. Only thing you have to do is put in the time if you don't already understand crypto. And then lastly, guys, we have the CFTC. Mark's concerns over spot Bitcoin ETFs and saying time for legislation. And guys, we know the regulation is coming in this year. Anytime you have the IMF and BIS tell you that CBDC stablecoins aren't going anywhere, don't worry about your mainstream media because their job is to push an agenda. Listen to those who make decisions. It's already done. And you're talking about the billions and billions of dollars that these big banks and corporations have put in to redo the financial system. That lets us know where we're headed. I brought you the Goldman Sachs video. Goldman Sachs in Hong Kong. And guys, we know Hong Kong doesn't do anything without China. So guys, you see the same big banks all over China. And we know the emerging markets are going to rise. Lead this fourth industrial revolution, the BRICS nations, with that digital yuan backed by that digital SDR. And then, of course, the dollar, the world reserve currency, falls right along with America. And it doesn't happen overnight. Remember, this is a plan. It moves in phases. And if you're a part of my stock premium channel, you heard and saw the mainstream media characters actually telling the truth about the economy and where this thing is going. So don't let social media, mainstream media distract you. Guys, this is all about the fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Xrp, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Drama Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.